What would you say is the one thing that you take away from this book, actually creating it? Because
Fear less and live more.
I've put in my head, like, if I was going to write a book, what I know that I want to take away from it more than I'd want the people reading it to take away from it. Does that make sense? Is that a weird thing to put from it?
No,
like, you're bringing a lot of your personal feelings and putting it on paper. It's quite a...
It's a journal.
It's a very weird relationship that somebody has with the book, especially when it's like a passion and something that's life committing for you. Like, it's there forever now. It's in history.
I think that my book is very open, it's very honest, and it's very raw account of my life experiences. It's not just about snowboarding.
Yes.
It is for everybody. I take elements that I've learned within my snowboarding career and how I've applied them to my life now. For example, one is doing my motorbike test for the first time, but I did it after my Olympics.
We still haven't got around to do that.
We need to do ours. We've been talking about it for a while.
The Olympics is one moment in your life where there's a lot of pressure and things can go right or wrong. Your motorbike test, it doesn't matter if you fail it. You could do it a week later.
Yeah.
You could do it 5 or 6 times. There is opportunity. So I think one of the biggest things that I take away from that is just to not be defined by that one moment in life, because life will always present you further opportunities if you're open to life's opportunities. And I think the other thing that I love about that is, again, when it comes to time, managing time, creating time for you, finding things that serve you, because if you serve yourself, you can serve others better. And I think that makes for me, people are everything. And the exchange of energy is very, very important. Like being here with you guys this morning, I'll walk out of this conversation buzzed up because it's been a positive exchange in energy. So I think that book really shares a lot of tips and advice on how I've managed and juggled the neggy eggs that I've met along my path, and how to surround yourself by positive people that lift you up so you can lift them up.
Is the one thing that you would have liked to put in this book that didn't make the edit?
Ooh, cracking question, AJ.
Because like you just throw everything down, a bit like we said, you machine gun, you fire things off. Like, not everything makes it.
And I bet there's still stuff that you never even said or even
like, there
you
must
thought
be
of
one.
after
You know
it.
what,
You were
guys?
like,
Should be in there.
There's a lot in there. It's pretty raw.
Walking with fear. Okay, I'll ask a question on that. Walking with fear. That chapter, that part. What would you say is the hardest thing you spoke about in that part?
I'd say the moment I realised I was totally consumed by fear in my snowboarding career. I remember it was the November before my second Olympics, and one of the biggest takeaways and life learnings was when I was stood at the top and I was training, and I'd been through quite a bit personally in my life. My nan had just been diagnosed of cancer. I'd split up with my ex-boyfriend of 4.5 years, and I stood at the top and I thought, I'm not even fussed to drop in right now. I don't care, because this doesn't matter to me. Priorities really became very important. And I remember, so I've never had any mental coaching or therapy as such. And my physio, Alison, at the time was like, Aimees, I think you should go and speak to, the Team GB mental coach. And I was like, okay, you know what? Why not? Let's be open. I've never done this. And I said to her, I can analyze and hyper-analyze everything. I'm very aware of the situation right now. I said, the problem is, in snowboarding, everybody snowboards because they want to have fun, bro. Snowboarding's just a fun sport. We're out there to just have fun. That's what every snowboarder says. Bullshit. Yeah. Snowboarding is not fun when it's hard. And snowboarding is hard. It's not easy. It's dangerous. If it goes wrong, it goes really wrong. When it's right, it's really fun. But I've lost people I loved to the sport. It's an incredibly serious and calculated sport. And I shared with the therapist, I said, my only motivation to go to the next Olympics is the fact that I think I know what I want to do afterwards, and I want to have a career afterwards. So most snowboarders would say, My motivation is I want to have fun. And she confirmed to me it was okay that my short-term motivation was for me to get through this period, this tough chunk of time, to get through this training block, to turn up at the start gate, to compete, so I could carve out a career post-Olympics. And that's one of the most honest things, because I can guarantee you will not hear many snowboarders or action sports athletes speak the truth.
Yeah.
The reality is I fell out of love with it and I was fearful.
Yeah.
How do you get through the fear? Find whatever it is that is going to motivate you to get through it. And it doesn't matter what that is, because it's personal to you.
Yeah. And for you, it was longevity. It was, I want a career. I want to be able to come out of
priorities
this and have a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's really, it's quite, thank you for being so open and raw. Like that is like, as you say, in extreme sports, certain things aren't talked about. And that's usually one thing that's like, it isn't talked about.
I think what you did say something that really struck home as well. It's make sure that you try and, if it's your day-to-day job, if it is a sport, if it's anything, try and keep the fun and the love there. If you want to continue
don't live
doing
under fear. People are scared to like even when I left Strictly, I was like, well, I want to leave Strictly. I want to do other things. I want to grow as a person. People like within even Strictly and other careers, it's like, well, I need to stay with this because this is my job and I need to pay my wage and I need this. I need the security. Well, there's money everywhere. There's jobs everywhere. As long as you're willing to work hard, you will be able to get a job. You can find your passion. Like, just make it happen. Like, don't build barriers and make them excuses, because they do become excuses.
And have fun in everything you do, and have a laugh and joke, and don't take it too seriously, I feel. Because when you take things too seriously, then you start to fall out of love sometimes with it. And being a competitor, it's very hard with that, because you want to become the best. Yes, you want to have fun, but you want to take it as serious as possible, and sometimes that can suck the fun out of it. It did with me in the dancing. That's why I fell out of love with the competing side. I love the performing side, but the actual competing side, having that seriousness, having to train at home, for me was horrible. I really fell out of the love with that side of it. So yeah, and that stopped me from my dancing, to be fair.
Oh, I've got so much more I want to talk about. Honestly, attack my flying colours. No, honestly, we're gonna have to do this again in the future, because there's so many more facets of your life.
Yeah, there's loads I want to talk about.
There's lots of different parts for sure.
Please, this actual podcast here is sponsored by FINT, so it's a financial investment. We've got one question from them, us. Within school, within actually the Olympic side, were you ever taught about financials, money, like investing, like
what to do with your money when you had some
was there
money?
ever suggestions?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what I did with
national insurance number.
With my first paycheck, I went to the Maldives.
Don't do that, guys. Invest and save it. No, have fun with it. You need to.
Yeah, right. It's balance.
Yes, definitely.
Don't spend it all, but spend a bit.
Yeah.
I didn't do that with the first paycheck. It all went on the Maldives trip.
Don't worry, my first paycheck that I had was all on something as well. And they've all been on something to date.
Just before you go anywhere, we just want to say thank you very much to listen to Freedom Impact Trust. We love your reviews, so please do leave them, because it helps other people find us, doesn't it, Curtis?
Yes, it does. As AJ said, comment, like, subscribe, share it with a friend, share it with the entire world. Let everybody know that this is the podcast that you guys are listening to, and jot down some comments of any financial advice that you want or any questions. We'll be happy to answer all of them at the best of our knowledge. Thanks again for listening, guys. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we love you all. Yeah, we just want to thank our sponsors, FINT, the financial investment app, where you can invest from as little as £50 a month. Yes, Curtis, £50 a month. So easy. I like it. And don't forget that it's all within 3 portfolios. Simplicity. It's easy. Get investing, guys. Have a great day. See you later.